Hey guys, what's going on? It is Danlags, and welcome back everybody to another tour video here on my Twitch subscriber server. But today, guys, it's actually going to be a tour of one of my own builds. So right behind me, this is a traditional house that I just wrapped up. I've been working on this guy for a couple months now, like on and off. I started off the exterior of the house, a couple months ago, and then I kind of, just like worked on it here and there and didn't spend a ton of time on it. And then I finally settled down. I'm like, okay, I'm actually gonna furnish this thing and do all the landscaping and finish this thing up. So here it is today. And guys, we're using the Sonic Ether shaders here for a change. Normally I use a different pack for the highest FPS possible for this tour. But what I'm gonna do is use these Sonic Ether shaders, which I think are just absolutely unbelievable. Well, that's part of the name, Sonic Ether Unbelievable Shaders. We're going to use these for the exterior tour, and then I'm going to turn off shaders for the interior. So this is a traditional house that I built made out of brick and light gray terracotta. And it's pretty just like a standard Northeast traditional home. Nothing too crazy about the exterior. It's actually a pretty simple design. We have the driveway that wraps around over here. I have a couple of American flag banners on the mailbox as well as on the front of the house because it's right around 4th of July. And I built this in a neighborhood on my server, so I just decided to join someone's neighborhood here. This was a Flows HD neighborhood, which is the resource pack that I'm using, so that's kind of like the reasoning behind it. And I am using Flows HD, like I just mentioned, which is probably my favorite resource pack in Minecraft. It's just one of the greatest building texture packs ever made. It's just so perfect, and it really changes the game for me personally when I use Flows HD because it opens up my creative possibilities so much more for interior especially. And it actually, makes it a lot more fun. So that's what I'm using here, Flows HD, Sonic Ether shaders. So we'll do a little fly around here to start things off, guys. Again, traditional house, built out of brick, built out of light gray terracotta. These custom pine trees or evergreen trees, whatever, these are part of the neighborhood, so I use these. And I tried to frame the backyard of the house with lots of different, vegetation and trees. And we use some vanilla birch trees, some tall oak tree vanilla trees, and then of course these world edit trees here as well to kind of frame the entire property. So again, I'm really happy with the way this house turned out. I think that the backyard landscape as well as the interior is some of the best I've ever made. So definitely still able to put something pretty cool together here for you guys in 2018. So let's see what we want to check out first. I think we'll just kind of do a little walk around of the backyard. So I have a backyard entrance next to the garage right here, and as you can tell if we just kind of peer into the garage, pretty obvious that we can't use these shaders for interior tours. It's just way too dark. So yeah, this is my backyard. We kind of have a side yard here which has a wishing well and a little sand pathway, and I took some inspiration from this, or for this I should say, from the old Victorian mansion that I built on Xbox One a couple years back out of sandstone. And then we kind of have a pathway made out of andesite and diorite and stone that connects to the side of the house here. We have the Incredibles house being built over there, and then we have a school right there. So that's kind of like a little general idea of what's going on around the neighborhood. A couple of utility things over there, air conditioning unit, as well as a bulkhead that would connect to a basement and a hose. So yep, got that on the back wall there. I used acacia wood for the framing of the windows, as well as barrier blocks with, I believe that's either wool or snow. I think that's wool on top. And we kind of use that throughout the whole build. So here is the backyard, guys. And again, like I said, it's pretty much framed with mulch, which I used with the coarse dirt, as well as just an assortment of different types of bushes and rose and tall grass and stuff like that. And then here is the swimming pool. Do a little fly up of this thing. So yeah, I mean, it speaks for itself, guys. The water looks probably the most realistic you can get for Minecraft in this particular shaders pack. I mean, it looks like real water. They really nailed it. This is the absolute best shaders for water. The reflections are there. The sunlight reflection straight up is there. It's just not a cloud in the sky. It's a beautiful sight, guys. It's a beautiful sight. So yeah, over here we have a table. This is kind of just an outdoor table. We have an umbrella, and I used a lot of iron trapdoors for this build. I actually find that those are really useful, especially in flows. And then I used some barrier blocks with some banners and some slabs as our outdoor chairs. And I pretty much use that for most of the chairs throughout the house. Once we check out the interior, you will notice. So yeah, this is, again, swimming pool. Over here we have the hot tub connected to the swimming pool, and we have a little bit of smoke coming out of the hot tub. That's just supposed to be like steam. It's like my really bad attempt at adding steam. And I just basically just put like fire right underneath the pool there. So this is the hot tub connected to the swimming pool. And then we have a pool cabana straight behind the pool, which has a bar area. And then on the side, it has a storage room, which contains the pool cover and some other shelving. And then on the other side, there's another door, and this just connects to a bathroom out on the pool deck. So you don't have to run inside and get the house all wet with your feet if you really have to go to the bathroom. So yeah, that's the pool area. I think this is one of the better backyards that I've done in a long time. Really spent a lot of time on this one, trying to add as much detail as I could to it. Also, keep in mind that I built about 90% of this house on stream. The entire landscape, backyard, front yard, and the whole exterior of the house was built on stream. And then I say I probably did about 30% of the interior on stream, but most of it was just me trying to grind it out off camera. So we're pretty much ready to check out the interior now, guys. So I'm going to fly back around front and turn off the shaders, and we'll walk through everything on the inside. All right, guys, so we're ready to walk inside the house. We have an entrance into the kitchen right there, and then we also have the front entrance over there, which we will go through. Also, one thing I wanted to notice, or mention, I should say, is I added kind of moss on the sides of the house, and we have a lot of that in the backyard. You may have noticed as well. It's just a little touch, something I actually haven't done before, so I thought that was a pretty interesting thing to add. So right here, this is kind of like the little front patio, and we'll walk right inside. So here is the front foyer, very modest foyer on this house. And you'll notice throughout the entire build that I kind of went with almost like a southwestern style of furnishing. So I used a lot of sandstone, a lot of wood, and you'll notice that throughout the whole house. That was kind of the theme. Sand, sandstone, those types of blocks were used quite a bit. So we again start off with this modest foyer here. We have a hallway that goes off to the right, and then you can enter straight into the great room straight ahead, which we'll do in a second. And then in here, I have a small den. I'm just going to call this like the library den. So just a couple of bookshelves, some tables, some paintings, and then a big seat that you can sit and read on a nice afternoon or something like that. Tried to go for a darker ambiance in this room to kind of capture that theme. And you'll notice that the paintings in this house, or in this resource pack, I should say, are really excellent. So we'll be kind of noting those throughout the entire build. And then I also have some custom player heads as well, with some Rubik's cubes and a globe up on top of the bookshelf, and you'll see more of that throughout the house as well as some custom banners. So let's go straight across this way, and this is another hallway here, and that's another awesome painting. That might be my favorite one. So in here we just have a simple hallway closet, nothing to it. And then over here we have an office, and this is pretty cool because I kind of built it as a gaming room, and I kind of was inspired by like my own setup a little bit. So again, we just have a little bit of table with some stuff on it there. That's actually like a zip file custom player head. That's pretty funny. And then you're right here, so we have a desk, we have one wide monitor and then one regular size monitor. We have a mouse, we have a keyboard, and we have a microphone. That's supposed to be. We even have a webcam up on this shelf, and then we have a green screen in the back. So this is kind of replicating my own setup here a little bit in this office. So we got a full gaming setup in this office right off the bat, which is very cool. Alright, so let's go ahead and walk into the main part of the house. So this is the great room. A couple of quick things to note. This is a potential location for a basement. I didn't build a basement on this house, but I did leave some space for it. Maybe I'll come back later and add a basement, but for now I just wanted to kind of dig out the spot for it, but not actually build it out. So again, this is the great room, and detail is really my focus with this build. Just try to add as much as I could. I'll try to leave as few walls kind of blank as I could. I added 2 green chandeliers in the great room here, which is an interesting color. Try to go with a lot of color on this build as well. That was another one of my focuses. So here is the sofa, and it's kind of got a curving sofa with a cyan wool carpet below it. Shout out to Dom, who's on my server here for this sofa design. This is something that I got inspiration from him on one of his recent builds. The curving sofa looks great, so I adopted that into my house, so shout out to him. And I also have another little table there, or another chair I should say. And yeah, that's kind of the great room. Again, ceiling detail is another focus on this build. You'll notice that all the rooms throughout the house have very unique ceiling designs. That was something that was very important to me. On the fireplace there, which goes straight up through the middle of these 2 windows, and by the way, these glass doors connect out to the back porch, which connects out to the backyard and everything like that. So yeah, these, we have the paintings here. This is kind of like a widescreen TV. And we have the cherries over there, which I think is another cool painting. Another globe player head. So yeah, that's all that stuff is kind of put in. And then right here we have the staircase that leads up to the second floor, which we'll cover that in a second. Definitely one of the challenges of this build for me was trying to choose an excellent spot for the staircase. This is what I came up with. And I was very skeptical on the floor plan of this house when I first started it, but I finally was able to kind of put together something that I thought worked pretty well. I'm not going to say it's the best floor plan I've ever put together in terms of flow, but I think in terms of like detail of every room, this might be the best interior I've ever made. And I definitely have to thank Flows HD for that as well. I believe this is one of the first houses I've built with Flows HD that's traditional. I've done modern houses in the past, but traditional, this might be the first or second one that I've made, at least that I can remember. So in here, this is a guest bedroom. We have a little, I guess this would be like a love sack or something like that. And then we have a nice bed right there with some night table stands on the side. I believe this is prismarine, so interesting block choice for the bedspread. Again, another Rubik's Cube. We're using sea lantern lamps throughout the entire house. Again, another custom ceiling design. Used a lot of these logs that are going across kind of as pillars to connect everything, create fortification. Right here I used the, I guess, the logs that cover all four sides. That's just a world editing trick, really simple. And then we have a painting up there. I think that's supposed to be like a small flat screen TV that you can see from the bed, I'm pretty sure. Sometimes it's hard to tell with paintings, like is it meant to be a TV? Is it meant to be just a regular painting? But for that one, it's supposed to be a TV. Right here we have the ensuite bathroom for the guest bedroom. So we have a toilet there, shower tucked into the corner. This is one of the custom banners that's supposed to be like a towel rack. We have the sink with a mirror and a window with some banners over it, kind of as shades to kind of, you know, block people from just looking right in and watching you shower. That's essentially the reason for that. And then right over here we have a walk-in closet for the guest as well. Just some random stuff in here. So that's the guest bedroom on the first floor. All the rest of the bedrooms are on the second floor. So we've covered pretty much everything over here. Let's walk into the kitchen. The kitchen is right here. So here it is. This is the kitchen. And I went with a glass floor in here and kind of tried to create that reflection design. I did something similar to this in Flows HD on my modern house that I built last year, the sandstone one. And, you know, it's kind of cool because you use the glass to create the reflection in the floor and you place the blocks underneath the glass so it kind of looks like it's actually reflecting. Definitely a cool feature. And this has got to be one of the better kitchens I put together in a while. I'm not really that great at building kitchens in Minecraft. It always kind of blocks me. I never know what to do with them. But this one I spent a pretty good amount of time on to make sure that it was like the best I could make it. So I used a little bit of, I believe that's either andesite. I think that's andesite, smooth andesite blocks, as well as birchwood for the cabinets. And the central island is also birchwood. We have a little hamburger player head. Use some flower pots. I use some sea lanterns hanging down from the ceiling. Those are connected with hoppers, which I think is a pretty cool way to do it because they connect to the fences like perfectly flush. I love that. And, you know, a bunch of other assorted details throughout. I actually went back to the old item frame. It's designs for cabinet doors. We have the refrigerator over here with a trash bin next to that. Even have an extra trash bin next to the countertop as well. Again, I used more log pillars that connect across through the ceiling. That's a theme you'll see throughout the house. And then over here we have a little breakfast nook in the corner with a couple of chairs, as well as a table with another custom banner on it. That one looks pretty cool. It's like artwork. It's an easel. So yeah, that's the whole kitchen. And we have a slightly lower level to the floor here using the snow slabs or whatever they're called. And we also have a picture of some red wine. Fits for the kitchen very well. So yeah, this is, again, one of the better kitchens I've made in a while, at least I think. I like the way this one turned out. I think it fits the space really well also. So over here, this is the dining room. And this is kind of like an extension to the house. That was kind of the goal for this room. It's obviously a completely different color from the gray and the brick that you see on the main part of the house. So this was almost like an extension. Someone came in, and the owner of this house came in and added this room after it was finished being built. So this was kind of like the new dining room. So again, we used the iron trapdoors as well as the regular trapdoors with some gray carpeting. We used barrier blocks with the banners. I have a china cabinet there with some black glass, a Danville's anvil in the corner, a chandelier above that, and then just a lot of open space here with the glass. Very natural light coming in. Lots of natural light coming in, I should say. And a great view of the backyard with the pool and the cabana and the patio and everything like that. So that is the dining room. And then we got a couple more rooms to cover here on the first floor here. We're going to try to speed this up. I'm actually going a little bit too slow. Here is the garage again. The owners are out since I am touring the house. In here we have a hallway bathroom which connects pretty much right in from the garage. So, you know, this is going to be kind of your first floor bathroom if you have guests over. Pretty standard. Use some custom banners. Even used a custom banner to replicate a mirror. And we have a toilet and everything, sinks, all that stuff. And here is the laundry room slash mud room. So we have the washer and dryer, some shelving, all that stuff, some tables, and then here we have an extra storage closet as well right off of that room. And that's pretty much it for the first floor of the house, guys. So again, we're going to walk over to the staircase, go up and check out the bedrooms on the second floor. So there are 3 rooms on the second floor. We have the master bedroom in there, and then we have 2 smaller bedrooms over here. Actually, well, if you count this as a room, this right here is the hallway bathroom. I'll explain this, how this works in a second, but I'll quickly show you how this works. So we have a divider wall here with the toilet. This one does not have a shower, so it's just a half bath. I went with that kind of this modern abstract carpet in here, just like a little bit of a modern touch on this house. So yeah, in this room you have, or this area of the house, I guess you could say, we have 2 different doors. First one right here leads into a bedroom, and this one is a larger bedroom, green walls, green bed. We even have some brown curtains as well, some more custom banners, and this one has an ensuite bathroom. So my original plan was to do kind of like a duplex bedroom where there was a bathroom connection from both sides, but I ended up scrapping that and just connecting this bathroom to just one of the bedrooms, so that way this bathroom on the hallway over here would be used for the other bedroom, which we'll show you guys in a second. And I just want to quickly fix this mistake here. A little bit of error, just missed one block. There we go, fixed. We're good. Alright, so let's keep going. So yeah, like I said, this is another bedroom here. This one's got a much more lighter theme with some birchwood and some sand as the walls. We have a little closet over in the corner. I use these doors kind of as like a closet entrance. I think that's pretty cool. I would definitely recommend doing something like that. It's a pretty cool way to do a closet. And yeah, pretty standard room in here. Just got one window, nothing to it. And then of course the person that lives in this room would use this bathroom here normally, and if they really wanted to shower, I guess they could use their siblings' room maybe. I guess these are like children's bedrooms potentially. So yeah, that's, again, this house has 4 bedrooms, so it's a pretty solid size house. Right in here, this is the master bedroom. This is probably the best bedroom that I built at the house, and this is a pretty standard bedroom in terms of like how I want things to come together. So we have the master bed here. It's got some pillars. It's got a nice backstop there, or whatever you want to call that. Head. Was it like a headrest or something? Or there's a word for it. It's slipping in my mind right now. Nice desk in the corner. We have a dresser, and then I snuck in a master closet walk-in right here. And this is a nice closet in here. This has got tons of space, lots of armor stands, lots of shelving, everything you'd need as the master of a home. And then finally over here we have the master bathroom. And again, I really saved, I think, my best work for this particular suite, like the master suite. I think this is the best bathroom in the house as well, naturally, because it is the largest. It's got a vanity of his and her sinks, a nice walk-in shower. You love to see this right here. I thought this turned out really nice. A huge walk-in shower, even has a bathtub, some more towels, and then your own private room for the toilet as well. So really nice bathroom. Really happy with the way this turned out. And that wraps up the interior, guys. That's everything I'm covering today for this traditional house. This is pretty much the first house that I built in 2018. Haven't been doing as many builds this year, so I wanted to go all in and make sure that I put a lot of detail and effort into this house. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this tour of this traditional house that I built here on my Twitch subscriber server. Hopefully you guys got some inspiration for it. If you liked it, drop a like on the video, guys. I spent quite a bit of time on this house. It's not the biggest house I've ever built. It's not the best house I've ever built, but as far as like focusing on the detail of the interior, this was something that I really wanted to go all in on, and I felt like I did a pretty good job. So thank you guys for tuning in for this tour. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Like I said, it's been Dan Lags, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.